Worried you'll waste money on Amazon ads? I used to think the same way. But once I broke down how ROI really works, specifically how much I was earning per sale versus spending on each click, it completely changed how I use ads. One of the first big mindset shifts I had to make was around how ACOS is calculated. ACOS stands for Advertising Cost of Sales. It tells you how much you spent on ads to make a sale. If you spent 4 euros to make 10 euros in sales, your ACOS is 40%. But here's the catch: Amazon shows ACOS based on the book price, not your royalty. So if my book is priced at $10 and it cost me $10 in ad spend to get one sale, Amazon says that's a 100% ACOS. But that doesn't mean I broke even. If I'm only earning $3.75 in royalty from that sale after printing and Amazon's cut, then I actually lost money. I spent $10 to earn $3.75. Not great. So for me, the real break-even line is when my ACOS is equal to the royalty divided by the book price. In this example, book price $10, royalty $3.75, break-even ACOS 3.75 divided by 10, 37.5%. If I'm under 37%, I'm making a profit. If I'm above that, I'm losing money. Now, here's the important part. I don't aim to stay under that number at all cost. When I launch a new book, my goal is not to run a super profitable ad campaign right away. In the first 30 days, I'm often totally fine with a high ACOS, even if I'm technically losing money on those ad sales. Here's why. Those ad sales don't just bring in revenue, they help my book get ranked in search and also show up in Customer Also Bought and start earning relevancy in its category. I've seen books that lost money in ads in terms of the first month, but because of the visibility they got from those early sales, they ended up making way more money organically in month 2 and beyond. So during the launch phase, I'm not obsessed with ACOS being under 30%. I'm more focused on momentum, getting those first 10, 20, or 30 sales and building data that I can work with. I usually give this phase around 30 days before I tighten up. If ACOS is still way off after that, I start optimizing more heavily. If you want to track how your book is ranking, open your ad console and check impressions and keyword placements over time. Those early trends can tell you if your visibility is improving. Pro tip, set up a sponsored product campaign with dynamic bids down only to control ad spend, and use keyword targeting with specific phrases like your book's subtitle or the main problem it solves. This can help signal relevance faster. When we test a new book, we don't need to pour in $100 per day. Keep it small. Here's what we do. Start a sponsored product auto campaign. Daily budget $10 to $15. Run it for 10 to 14 days. Then we look at the data. No guessing, no panic, just facts. If ACOS is close to break even or under, we bump the budget up by maybe 20%. If it's too high, then we lower bids, turn off anything that's not converting, substitutes, complements, whatever is burning money. If you're new to this, Amazon's auto targeting has 4 groups: substitutes, complements, loose match, close match. Some are gold, some are not, and you'll learn by watching the data. The point is, we're not guessing. We're responding to real data and scaling only when we know what is working. Also, sponsored product auto campaigns are great because they let Amazon test keyword variants that you may never have thought of. It's a fast way to build your first data set. There's a super simple habit that can keep you from losing money with ad spend. Once a week, usually on Sundays, spend 15 to 20 minutes reviewing your campaigns. Here's what to look at: ACOS versus your royalty threshold, which keywords are actually bringing in sales, which ones are spending but not converting, which targeting groups are working in auto campaigns, then make small changes. Lower bids where ACOS is too high, pause anything that is burning money, increase budget on ad groups that are consistently under 30% ACOS. If you're more visual, create a simple spreadsheet or board with red, yellow, and green tags to make the weekly check super intuitive. That weekly check-in gives us control. We don't feel overwhelmed because we know we only need to look once a week and we can make smart decisions from there. This process can take ad spend from something that we used to worry about to something we can now lean on to scale. By doing things this way, it's not impossible to go from losing money at 80% plus ACOS in month 1 to turning a profit at 25% ACOS in month 2, just by giving your campaigns time to stabilize, collecting enough data, and adjusting once per week. Think of it like a weekly win system. You are not reacting daily, you're running a process that gives you space to learn and then improve. It's not about being perfect. All we have to do is look at the data and optimize once per week. So if you're hesitating to spend on Amazon ads, I get it, but you don't need to be afraid of losing money if you go in with the right expectations. Set your break-even ACOS on royalty, not on book price. Start small, collect data, and don't panic if you're not profitable within the first 2 weeks. Track once a week, make tiny adjustments, and give the algorithm time to learn. This approach has helped me stay confident and profitable even as ad costs go up. And if you want more step-by-step KDP publishing advice like this, subscribe to the channel and drop a comment with your biggest ad questions. We'll try to cover it in a future video.